This is the third part of Routledge History of Literature in English. Have you ever wondered where the roots of English literature truly began? Before Shakespeare, before Milton, we have different poetries, and of course, we have Geoffrey Chaucer. So let's journey back to the Middle Ages where fantasy, faith, and poetry intertwined to create timeless works of art. So let's get started. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Among King Arthur's noble knights, Sir Gawain stands as one of the most fascinating figures. He is not just a warrior, he is a symbol of honor, courage, and human imperfection. The poem Sir Gawain and the Green Knight takes the fantasy element of medieval romance to extraordinary heights. It tells of a mysterious green knight who challenges Gawain to a beheading game, a tale of bravery, temptation, and redemption. Gawain is protected by a magic green belt, which becomes a symbol of his contribution and humility. Through it, he learns that true heroism lies not in perfection, but in accepting one's flaws. The poem is in 101 stanzas, all end with 4.5 line conclusion written in 4 parts, and each section ends with a short rhythmic conclusion. Then comes Sir John Mandeville with his travelogues. Around the same period, we find Sir John Mandeville, who used imagination plus information as he talked about the myths of the fountain of youth and if gold dust lying around like ant hills. And he also talked from Persia to India, describing great rivers like the Ganges, Nile, Tigris, and Euphrates. Whether all of it was true or not, we don't know. But his travelogues captured the imagination of medieval readers. Now comes Geoffrey Chaucer, the father of English poetry, the man who changed everything. As about him, it is said that he found English language a dialect and he made it a language. Chaucer's first work, The Book of the Duchess in 1368, was a heartfelt dream poem dedicated to Blanche, Duchess of Lancaster, the wife of John of Gaunt. Later, he wrote The House of Fame, somewhere around 1374 to 1385, influenced by Dante's Divine Comedy, to remember it. And the poetry is all about love, passion, innocence, and desire. All are beautifully woven through the figures of Cupid and Venus. Chaucer introduced a new poetic form, the rhyme royal stanza, later used by the Scottish king James I in the King's Square in 1424. Two of his finest works before the Canterbury Tales were Troilus and Cresside and The Legend of Good Woman, both exploring the joys and sorrows of love. In The Legend of Good Woman, he portrays women who sacrificed themselves for love, using heroic couplets for the first time in English poetry. Then comes The Canterbury Tales, Chaucer's masterpiece, as it was unfinished but it began around 1387. The story begins at the Tabard Inn, Southwark, where a group of pilgrims gather before travelling to the shrine of Saint Thomas a Becket in Canterbury, the same shrine that had become sacred after Becket's martyrdom in 1170. Each pilgrim, from the knight to the miller, the prioress to the pardoner, represents a slice of medieval society. Their tales are humorous, tragic, moral, and profoundly human. Through them, Chaucer captured not only the spirit of his time, but also the timeless truth of human nature. Don't forget the important things and pointers of Canterbury Tales, as there were 29 pilgrims plus 1 Chaucer, 30 pilgrims, and each have to say 4 stories, 2 while they were going, 2 while they were coming back, 120 stories altogether, but only 24 stories were complete. Do remember these important pointers that are necessary. From the courage of Sir Gawain to the wisdom of Chaucer, The 14th century gave us the foundation of English literature, a blend of myth, morality, and magnificent storytelling. So, the next time you read these old verses, remember they are not just stories from the past, they are the heartbeat of English imagination itself. That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for the upcoming parts of the Routledge series and for the other upcoming topic related videos. Thank you.